On this day filled with extraordinary matchups, this may be the best. The Chiefs and the Bills in Buffalo, which means once again Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. And while those two going head-to-head is always worth the price of admission, this game actually has enormous significance for both teams, and our producer Evan Kaplan is going to explain exactly why. Cap.
Yeah, Greeny, as we get into the second half of the season here, never too early to start talking about the all-important #1 seed in the AFC. Look at these numbers from ESPN Analytics. Entering today, 72% chance for the Chiefs to get that all-important only bye. If they win today, it's all but over. 92% for the Chiefs to get the 1 seed. They would have 3 less losses than the Bills. But if they lose today, just over 50% for the Chiefs, they would have the same number of wins as Buffalo. So ton on the line when you talk about the top of the AFC today in Buffalo. And let's take a look at that Chiefs remaining schedule. This is the only remaining game for Kansas City that they are not favored to win according to ESPN Analytics. We know how good Mahomes is as an underdog, 45% chance for the Chiefs to win today. Look at the rest of these percentages. 77% next week against the Panthers, 64 against the Texans. As we move down, 56 at the Steelers in week 17. So if they win today in Buffalo, you can start looking at that Chiefs remaining schedule and trying to find where they're going to lose. And we talk about the Chiefs 9-0, won 15 straight, including the playoffs. What's a big reason why? Patrick Mahomes to Travis Kelce. Look at these numbers in their career against the Bills. 7 games, including the playoffs, 8 touchdowns, no picks. Mahomes completing nearly 80% of his passes to Kelce, and they had 2 touchdowns when these teams played in the playoffs last season.
Yeah, so Kelce, always brilliant. Cap, thank you, against the Bills, and he's been particularly hot of late. Show us what it looks like, Alex.
Yeah, really this comes down to kind of what the Bills play on defense. Listen, they almost exclusively play zone coverage, and Travis Kelce is a zone killer. Here he is giving you a little QB cam. Here's Kelce here to the right. And again, this is the Bills' signature shell coverage. You can see the box, all eyes in on Kelce and Patrick. And then look at Kelce just sit here in the zone, right, splitting the box. Look at the catch. Let me show you why this works, right? Watch this, Teddy. Watch the little, that's not a push-off. It's not a push-off. Watch him expand the zone and then sit in the middle. Here's another one, okay? Here's the shell coverage by the Bills. Kelce up top. Right here, he has a corner route, Teddy, a corner to the sideline. Look at this, sits in the zone, he doesn't run through it. Again, look at the box here, right? He stays in the middle, Patrick sits him in there, puts the ball on his body. Coach, unbelievable. Again, watch McCall Hardman running across, right? No one running with it. What is it? It's zone coverage. Watch, now he gets to the widest, corner takes him, takes the bait on the out route. Look at Kelce slipping behind again into the zone coverage. Wow. A lot of green grass. That is a walk-in touchdown for the best tight end in the NFL. Unbelievable. Listen, all the talk of this guy being old and slow and done. He only leads the NFL in catches since week 4 by a lot.
And a lot of that is improvised, right? Like a lot of that they're just figuring out in the moment.
Again, all 3 of those were corner routes.
Yeah.
All 3 run 3 different ways, right? Based on who's covering him, linebacker, safety, who's on him. This guy used to play quarterback. He has such a good understanding of who he's going against and how to beat him.
Mahomes is 4-3. Most importantly, he's won all 3 of the playoff games, most recently last year in Buffalo. Both quarterbacks play great when they go head-to-head. Allen has more touchdowns and fewer turnovers, but of course, Mahomes has more wins. That's a great game, and Jeff Darlington is there in Buffalo for us. Jeff, what is Allen's mindset going into this monster game?
Well, Greeny, it's funny you have those side-by-side stats there because Josh Allen was asked about that this week, the idea that him and Mahomes play so well when they play each other. And Josh Allen was very dry about it. He said this exact. He said, well, I know we haven't beaten them in the playoffs, so that's the only thing that kind of matters. Now, other than that, clearly a little bitter about those playoff losses, Josh Allen is trying to downplay the magnitude of this game itself, pointing out that it is just a Week 11 game to us. Now, of course, it still has importance when it comes to the potential top seed in the AFC. There is no downplaying any of that. We'll also give you a little bit of an injury update here. Amari Cooper is questionable to play in this game with a wrist injury. I am hearing he is going to try to play in this game, but another source does tell me that they want to see him pregame and that if he does play, he will be wearing a protective cast on that wrist. So something to keep in mind as we get closer to the game, Greeny.
And as we get closer to inactives, Jeff, which will be coming out in about 29 minutes. So we'll have a close eye on that. They're already playing without Dalton Kincaid and without Keon Coleman, so they're big weapons. So look, these two guys get together. There is no better better matchup in the NFL today. In fact, Randy, what do you compare Mahomes and Allen to?
Man, everybody said that we would never see it again, but this is Brady Manning too.
Yeah.
This is Brady Manning too. Allen Mahomes, I like what I see.
It is. And so you just heard, Rex, when you hear everybody say, well, Mahomes always beats Allen, Allen always loses to Mahomes, what do you say?
Josh Allen has never lost to Patrick Mahomes. His team has, but Josh Allen has. I'm telling you, these two, I used to say, now, you know, Patrick Mahomes, once-in-a-lifetime quarterback. Josh Allen, once in a lifetime, twice in a lifetime. These two cats are so good, but people start lining them up side by side because they're in the same conversation. I get it. Patrick Mahomes got all the hardware, but his damn defense is also a lot better than Buffalo. So stop. They are in the same breath. These two guys are absolutely ridiculous. You know he's my favorite dang player in the league. Come on, Josh Allen.
Eventually, Manning figured it out with us. Okay, eventually he figured it out.
I love it, bro.
We beat him early on, and then there came a point where Peyton said that was enough, and it was that 06 championship game where it's coming, and you can see the development of Josh as a quarterback, like Patrick had to have in terms of, you know, wanting the big shot and then playing winning controlled football. Allen is there too, so it's coming for Josh Allen and the Bills.
And I think he's going to have another big day. That's Josh Allen. He's built to play this Spags defense. Spags, more aggressive than any D coordinator in football, loves to bring pressure. Well, guess who the best quarterback against pressure is in the NFL? It's Josh Allen, right? And then again on the back end with this defense, everything is match or man. There's a lot of backs turned. You got one of the best running quarterbacks in football. I see him using his legs, which he has a lot in this matchup over the years, but I think it's a big piece today again.
You know, with Darlington talking about, you know, Amari Cooper, I just want to see how effective a pass catcher can be with a hurt wrist. You know, what I see happening is a guy that can run every route in the route tree. Well, how is he going to catch the ball? I just expect a lot of body catches. You know, if you're going to come out there and help us win and beat this undefeated Kansas City Chiefs team, just come out here and just be effective.
And let me just say, I'm so excited for this game that I moved it up by over 3 hours. We will not get inactives on that game in 29 minutes because it's a 4:25 Eastern time.
But my gosh, we wanted to.
So I would like to know if he's going to play. So score that one, E1, if you're keeping track at home. But, Tedy, you were talking last night about what it is this Kansas City defense has to do against Allen and the Bills.
Yeah, as spectacularly talented as he is, and he can run around back there and make plays, and whatever happens is the explosive play on the back end of that, and that's what they don't want to happen, and Spags knows that, the defensive coordinator. Savvy Spags right here. He's going to test his mental toughness every single down, and Alex, this is what I think you're going to see. You're going to see two high safeties against Josh Allen. Now, this is last year's playoff game. 40%, 44% of passes are at or behind the line of scrimmage, and this is what it's going to be. They're going to try to get these yards and just trickle it down the field, but Kansas City knows this, and they know just take away the big play, and then all of a sudden, everybody rally down and make the tackle. It's going to test the patience of Josh Allen. Now, what I said earlier a second ago was this. He's starting to learn, right? Josh Allen, average depth of target is 7.1 yards this year. It's the lowest of his career. He's starting to figure out and take what everybody wants to give him and win football games. So can't wait to see this today.
Excuse me, a nice security blanket. Nobody has mentioned his name. I think we mentioned at the beginning of the show was James Cook, the running back. That's a nice security blanket to have for Josh Allen for the Bills.
Well, look, I mean, there is no better show in the sport than when Allen and Mahomes go head-to-head. They've met 7 times, and so we've put together the very best plays they have made in games when they've gone head-to-head. Rex,
let me start with Superman. I mean, excuse me, Josh Allen here. Look at him take the sweep. Hurdles. He can hurdle a tall building in a single bound. Or Justin Reed, which he does here. The man is an absolute beast. This is in 22 week 6, by the way. Game-winning drive.
Man, let's go 2021 divisional round. Game tied at 7. Mahomes rose to his right. I want y'all to look at this, though, right here.
Oh, my goodness.
Through the underarm of the defender. Take another look right here.
I taught him that. I taught him that.
You taught that? Man, shout out to Mahomes. My man taught you that.
This was last year in a game the Bills absolutely had to have. It was late, it was tied, and someone tell me how Allen does this.
Oh, my goodness.
Beautiful.
That's a ridiculous play. A huge conversion that leads to a field goal that wins the game for Buffalo, one they needed. Tedy.
Back to the 2021 divisional round. Buffalo Bills fans needs therapy for the 2 words I'm about to say. 13 seconds. 13 seconds to go. Tyreek Hill, quick one up the seam. Then it's Travis Kelce to get you in field goal range. They kick the field goal, time it, then overtime. There it is, the overtime thriller. Chiefs win 42-36. There were 13 seconds left.
Say it again, bro.
Words that they'll never forget. 13 seconds and wide right in Buffalo.
Alex.
All right, and maybe the greatest play that never happened in this matchup. Let's go back to week 14 last year. Chiefs down 3. Looks like Pat and Kelce pull off a little last-minute magic again. Kelce with the big catch, and then
They got him. They got him.
Craziest play ever. Dumps it back across the field for the walk-off win. The walk-off win. It's unbelievable.
Look at that
But it
toe.
doesn't count. He's offsides.
That big toe.
Lined up offsides.
That's an ugly toe.
I don't care. Still one of the greatest plays.
Kadarius Toney, yeah, even Rex didn't like that toe. But here's the thing that I would say to you, Alex, is that the guts of Kelce to do that in that game, in that spot, struck me as insane.
You know what the crazy thing is, though, Greeny? He does it every single day in practice. And every rep. I mean, this guy, again, practice with him. You throw him the ball, he's going to run with it a little bit, and he's chucking it across the field. He's getting everybody involved. It's, instincts.
And he's always played great against Buffalo. We'll see what they have in store today. Meanwhile,